He don't set, oh, he don't set. He don't set. So now that the Yoruba nation and the Biafra nation, now that they don't come together, say, this government, this Nigeria, now they always take things for granted. They always ignore things. They always ignore things.
All right. A joint program by Biafra and the Yoruba nation. I will render my statement in English. This is a historic day. A joint statement by Yoruba and Biafra self-nation leaders. This day, the 5th day of November 2022. In the name of God, the Almighty Creator and Ruler of all nations, we, the representatives of the Yoruba, the Biafra people, stay happily inform the world that we have resolved to collaborate in our struggles for the self-determination and sovereignty of our two nations. Our two separate struggles are aimed at achieving two separate nation states, one for the Yoruba people and the other for Biafra. Moreover, as the records abundantly and clearly show, the paths of our two struggles have been different. Inevitably, our two struggles will continue to operate along different but parallel lines. Yet, with humility before God, we recognize and acknowledge. Yet, with humility before God, we recognize and acknowledge that our two struggles have the same purpose, which is the liberation of our two peoples and their separate nations from enslavement in Nigeria, to liberate them from Nigeria's poverty-generating directions, and to liberate them from endless suffering, oppression, and marginalization. We will henceforth, we the two nations, seeking self-determination, will henceforth work together as two brotherly nations, seeking freedom, progress, and prosperity. We are confident that by doing this, we shall make each of our struggles stronger, and we shall facilitate faster attainment of our goals. That is the major statement of today. But there are two issues that we must now touch upon before we end this statement. The first is that we, the leaders of the Biafran and Yoruba self-determination struggles, hereby jointly and firmly demand the release of our brother Nnamdi Kanu from Nigeria's custody. Nigeria's courts have ordered the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the lawful captivity and detention by the Nigerian authorities. The courts have also ordered that they should return him to the place where they picked him up from. The court also ordered that he should be paid 500 million naira for his ordeals, for his unlawful ordeals. We therefore demand that Nigeria should now obey its own courts in this matter. The second point is about the Ibadan court before the Nigerian High Court, in which Chief Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho, sued the Nigerian government and the government for his incursion into his and the barbarous and the barbarous destruction of his properties in Ibadan on June 1, 2021, the violation of his human and civil rights, and unlawful killings of two persons in his house. According to the records, the High Court awarded 20 billion naira in damages to Chief Sunday Adeyemo in a judgment against the Nigerian federal government and its agents. The court also added the very important ruling that self-determination is an inalienable right of all nations in the world, and that Sunday Adeyema's advocacy for Yoruba self-determination is not a crime under any laws of Nigeria. We are aware that the Nigerian authorities have been engaging in their accustomed unlawful manipulation about this case. We want the Nigerian government to know that we, the peoples of Yoruba and Biafra, stand firmly with and we stand by him until he gets signed by the following: Professor Akintoye, Chief Dr. Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, and Professor Wale Adenina from the Yoruba side, our brother Samuel Elpa and Madam Azuka Charles Nwoko from the Biafra side. God bless Yoruba nation, God bless Biafra. The battle is joined now for speedy retrieval. The battle is joined now for speedy retrieval of the sovereignty of the Yoruba nation and of the Biafra nation. God bless both countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. Good evening, Biafrans and Duduwa all over the world. I'm very, very happy today that the struggle is moving forward and we're making progress. I'm very, very happy to be part and privileged to be part of this historic day. I'm very, very happy that I'm in the midst of my brothers and sisters from the other side. We know how we have started in the past. We know how we have suffered in Nigeria. We know how the enemies have divided us. And we know what we have done to have come this far. And it is a dream come true, one of the step at a time, that today the Oduduwa and Biafra are sealing it, and on this particular collaboration to fight our common enemy and see our liberation from Nigeria come 2023. Everything being said, everything that we're going to do it in one spirit. We're going to fight this freedom and make sure that the life and properties of our people is the first priority that we have to protect. We have seen the failure of the government of Nigeria as they continue to sponsor terrorism, to kill without remorse. We have seen the handover military equipment, firearms, and military hardware by the Nigeria state to the foreign terrorists. We've seen how the Abuja were deserted a few days ago, and Nigeria being very helpless because they know exactly what they're doing. It is the responsibility of those who are acting genuinely to rise up and defend their life. And today, the hard work we have done many, many months back, the hard work we have done leading to the invasion of Sunday Igboho's house, and people were killed and murdered in cold blood. The work we have done in the secret to do leading to kidnap of our leader Mazina Kanu, and he was in addition to Nigeria. After this, the Fulani government believe they have won and destabilized us. Today, I can beat my chest and say we are just beginning, and the liberation of both the Oduduwas and Biafra has just begun and will get even better by the day. I want to thank those who have made this particular historic day possible, irrespective of all the attacks, mails, and all the propaganda on social media. I remember yesterday when this particular information was made public, the hell was let loose by those who used to betray the struggle for Biafra. The hair was let loose by those who have worked with the Fulani, our enemy government, Biafra struggle. The hair was let loose, and all their errats were released, attacking our Oduduwa brothers. I want to assure people today that you must disregard those attacks and blackmails you have received within the last 24 hours. Those are not just, and the world have witnessed and have seen, and they will continue to expose themselves by the day. I want to thank all of you once more that we are just starting, and by the we get to the level of this liberation and the joint liberation of Biafra and Yoruba, the world will know that it is long time overdue for freedom of the Yoruba nation and Biafra. I want to thank our father, Professor Baji Akintoye, the man I respect so much, and it is a privilege for myself and the entire Biafra media team to be with you today to make this history. When people were fighting for their nations and their countries, it is just like this. It looks like as if it is work, but by the time it finally worked out, they made history, and today we talk about it. So, Professor, we are going to behind you. We will stand by you. We are going to also make sure that we carry out our common activities, that we create the awareness that is needed for the entire to know that Nigeria and the collapse of Nigeria will be peace, lasting peace to the entire region and the Sahel as well. Thank you very much. I rest my case here. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sunday Ademo. I greet all our media, our nation, our nation. I thank all of you, and I thank Biafra's media. Then I very appreciate all of you, and thank God the support for your support all the time. And I'm very happy today that we are together now. The Yoruba nation and the Biafra nation, we are together because we need to join our hand together, fight for our rights in Nigeria. Because we don't need to listen to some people that they don't understand our rights, then our understand. Because if we are now, if don't support the jam together, fight for our right today, for 100 years to this time, we believe in the Nigerian government to know that. So the full government. So I want you to know that. So we need to support and join our hand together to fight for our rights. So we don't need to listen to some people that are following politicians because of 10,000 they are give to them. So I beg you, my father, my mother, brothers, to understand ourselves. We don't need to fight this time around. Then we don't need to waste time to ask for our rights. Enough is enough. We don't want 2023 election again. So anything we to do, we need to do it now. There's no time. Thank you and God bless you. To Professor Adene, he has said is clear. 2023 is not in the records for us, Nigeria. 2023 for us is in our own separate countries of Biafra and the Yoruba nation. And there is no looking back from that. We are not going to be in Nigeria until 2023. No way. Thank you very much. God be with you all. God be with the people of Biafra. God be with the people of Yoruba land. Good night.
Don't forget, say, say, one of the greatest force on earth, one of the greatest force we don't exist. Now the force of unity. Many of you now, you dey sit down for your house, you go sit down on top social media, on top your keyboard, they type, it no fit happen, it no fit happen, hey, forget it, Biafra nation, no fit happen, Yoruba nation, no fit happen. You go sit down on top computer, they talk. You don't know, say, when people come together and they begin to do things in unity, there's no limit to what they can achieve. Most of you now, you're busy, they prepare for 2023. Well, some force, you thought you get the third force, right? The third force, don't they? You know, say another force day, where we say it won't counter any other force where they. You see, when you push people to the wall, they begin to do some things. They begin to react. When they react, you don't know. You don't know when people react back to your wickedness, to things that you don't do to them. You don't know the kind of force where they bring. They read some news. I hear say then they remove railway where they the eastern side and they remove them to pay some loan. Which loan? All those things. Saying at this time they suppose they remove any kind of railway everywhere. They remove railway for region where they say you know settle with region where they say they no agree with you. Then go there, they remove railway for waiting. Well, now new development, Nigerian nation, Yoruba nation, and the Biafra nation, they don't come together. Everybody don't join hand. Professor Akintoye, Sunday Igboho, IPOB, Biafra, everybody, they don't join hand now. Now, which I go ask, we say, now when go be the final burial? And they don't talk say Nigeria don't find. Say, okay, now when the final burial go come, now which I want to ask with that because as we dey talk, the court release a man, and if you guys use your brain, that will be like the beginning of what of moving forward. If that act of you obeying the rule of law, obeying court order, can even create an avenue for some kind of talk. Even though I said it before, I don't think that talk will happen anymore because people don't die. A lot of life, we don't lose a lot of people on top of this matter. A lot of people don't die. So those people could just die for nothing. If someone like in Americano come talk saying they slow down, say forget it, nothing, people go fight them. People will be say they don't made up their mind, say forget it. You know they happen again, Biafra or nothing. They don't go sit down. Then they listen to him now because okay, the man still they push them forward. But then if you try move back, just the way some of you now they tell so when they say make it they make it they support Peter B and all that. It no fit happen. It don't this thing don't pass things way they say ordinary just one man feel control. A lot of people go pick them off, they go move with the movement where already they ground. So these movements you they see all around Yoruba nation, Biafra nation, and all those things, IPOB, it no be one man thing anymore. If one man stop him, another man go pick him, and they go move from where they stop. So now these people they don't join hands together. How you now want to do them? I'm asking when is the final burial? All right, gonna share this video, share the video. Well, it don't happen, it don't set, it don't happen. Nigerian government. You still, I don't know if you still have, if you can still amend something, if you can still change something, no. But then do something. May not they act, may not they do something correct, may not stop doing everything wrong. Anyhow, wanna share this video, share the video. It don't happen.